connected there? Yeah, we are. Hey, guys, good to see you. Welcome to Mañana no Mas, the morning check-in. Today is June 25th, 2020, and it's a Thursday, and I am stoked to come to you live from my work center and just kind of share with you what's been going on. So I did not put out a company newsletter this week. Kind of held off because I have a couple of um, projects, a couple of video projects that I want to get edited, hosted live, and then I'll announce all that in one big newsletter. So that would probably come out next Monday or Tuesday. I try to release them on Tuesday mornings when possible. So I'll try to have a newsletter out by Tuesday morning. And again, like I said, I've got some new projects that I've made some videos for, and I want to make sure that I can link those into the newsletter so that people that are plugged in can get that information, in an effective way. Now, if you are not on the newsletter list, that's easy to get to. If you went to the Mañana no Mas Academy, right, go to mañananomas.com, click on Academy at the top of the page. Right on that home landing page there is a form about halfway down that says, sign up for the newsletter. And so when you sign up for that, you get all the information that's coming to you. Also, if you're seeing this on YouTube, click that subscribe link and hit share if you feel generous, but then hit the subscribe link and of course make sure you get notifications. So that's that. Now, if I could be sentimental for just a moment, um, I was cleaning out the car today. Went to the store, got some milk, blah blah blah. You don't care about that. But I was cleaning out the car, and in my house, my kids have kind of gotten, I don't want to say tradition, right? But they make their own cards, right? And so let me hold this up, and hopefully you can see it in the camera. I'm gonna see it here in just a second, and well, maybe I'm not. Maybe, yep, there you go. And so my daughter is into languages. She loves language. She loves the idea of knowing different languages, and she is trying her best to, I don't want to say master, but understand and speak Korean. And so she makes this card, and it has a bunch of, here's the backside of it right here. And she has, a bunch of, um, symbols and languages that she's made, and it was for Father's Day. And then inside is a picture of me and the kids. And, it says, first off, happy Father's Day. I hope today is a good day. Thank you for all your help over the years. Secondly, thank you for all your help with my school this year. Have a wonderful day. My daughter, Rainey, right? And I don't know, some people might look at that and go, man, that's corny, or why don't they make, why don't they buy cards or whatever? And I just like that the kids they've always been drawn to creating something. They've always been drawn to trying to be artistic, right? And then I think about myself, right? I do this with you guys every morning. I produce a lot of video content. I've written and published a book. I've got a lot of stuff going on, right? And so apparently wanting to create is something that happens in my family, and I'm super thrilled and proud to see that, my kids follow my footsteps in that regard. Now, another beaming source of encouragement for me is I told my daughter over a year ago, I said, if you read personal development books, if you read leadership books, here's the deal. You read the book and then you sit with me and we discuss the book. And if I feel that you've understood the message of the book, I'll give you 20 bucks, right? She likes to read anyway. So it's not like it's punishment to read the books. So I said, you read the books. For each book that you read, I'll give you 20 bucks. And, if I can pick the books, even better. Well, she asked me over the weekend, she said, Dad, what is it about John Maxwell that you like so much? And so I was really honest with her. And I said, well, this is the value that I get from being involved with the John Maxwell team. This is the value I got from being certified as a John Maxwell, speaker, leader, and coach. This is the, this is why I did what I did. And this is how I've applied it in my corporate life. And she was like, okay. Can I read one of the books? I said, yeah, you can. I have a whole library of John Maxwell stuff. I mean, quite honestly, if you knew me and you came to my little work center here, you would be like, this guy's got a lot of John Maxwell stuff. And so I said, yeah, you can take a book out of there. Let me know what you take, and then that $20 deal, That's still good, right? That doesn't expire. So if you pick a John Maxwell book and you read it, we'll go over it together at the end, and we'll have a discussion, and you can earn $20. And she was like, "Oh, can I read two?" Well, of course you can read two. You can read as many as you want, and I'll give you $20 for every one of them. And some of you might hear this and you go, "That's weird. Why does he do this? Why does he pay his kids to read leadership books?" And it's because the school system or a curriculum, even in homeschool, isn't going to provide my kids with this kind of interactive communication. It's not going to provide my kids with this foundation. And so I want to make sure that I provide them with that, right? And I'm trying to motivate them to do that and to take it upon themselves to try and grow themselves. And I've already found that, when I push, when I try to get my way, that's when I get the most resistance. And so I just decided to sit back and wait and see when they're ready to come up. And now it looks like it's my daughter's turn. She's like, "I want to do this." Great, let's do it, and I'll work with you on it. Now, some of you are going, "Well, what's the value of John Maxwell training? What is that?" Right? Well, first off, um, I'm empowered through my relationship with the John Maxwell team. I can train companies, corporations, individuals. I can coach with people, and I can do this as a business structure. So that's one. For two, it's not that I didn't know how to lead people. It's not that I didn't have any knowledge, on how to build websites and do the things that I do. A lot of that was there. But by making it official, by dedicating myself to reading John Maxwell material, not from the standpoint of reading the material to better myself, but reading the material to teach it to others, I took it in at a much higher level, right? And let me just share with you transparently. There's a company that's looking, they want to bring me on corporately to make a training program for them. And as I'm talking to them, as I'm going through the interview process, 6 interviews deep already, it's become very apparent to me that the other people they may be speaking to about this position are not speaking to them from the position of the 5 levels of leadership, or from the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, or from the 15 laws of growth, right? Or here's a great one at interviews, right? Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn, and it's okay to fail. It's okay to drop the ball. It's okay to not find success, as long as you learn from it and you move to the next thing, right? And so, when I talk to a prospective corporation about hiring me, and I'm able to communicate in this way, and I'm able to be clear about how I see a pathway of success for different individuals within the corporation, or how to develop, people at the bottom of an organization, how to develop them along the way and build leaders out of people that weren't formerly leaders, right? So if you're a leader that can build leaders, great. If you're a leader that can build leaders that can also build leaders, that's phenomenal, right? And that's what I'm bringing to the table when I talk to people like this. And I think that has escalated my value considerably. So I'm super, super excited about that. Now, like I said, it's Thursday, the weekend's coming. I hope that you've got something planned to get out and do, and just give yourself a break. This COVID thing is crazy. I'm still here in California. We're back to mandatory masks. I'm back to seeing, I saw people on the mountain bike trail wearing masks and freaking out because I was coming down the trail without a mask. Um, it's made me realize that no matter what my personal thoughts are about COVID, or about the policies, or what the governors and mayors and all of this stuff is happening, right? Whatever my personal thoughts are about that, I have to recognize that there are people out there. There's people around me in my community that are in full blown panic, full blown scared to death. They think if I ride my bicycle past them, they're gonna die. And so I can't quite wrap my head around their thinking, but I have to recognize that for them, it's real. And that's where I've decided that, regardless of my personal beliefs, I need to extend these people a little grace, a little distance. I'm not sure what that like. I don't see myself actually changing the way I treat myself right? Like, for instance, if you went to OSHA's website and saw what wearing a face mask does to you, you would think twice about wearing a face mask all day long, right? So it's not that I want to endanger myself or make unnecessary sacrifice, but I don't want to push my way into someone else's space that isn't prepared for that, right? I hope I'm saying this in a way that makes sense. I have my opinions, and I don't feel comfortable slamming them onto other people's shoulders. How does that sound, right? I don't want to burden people with my opinion. And I'll be honest, I have to be on social media a lot because of the stuff that I promote and the things that I do. But the more that I hang around on Facebook, the more I want to just unplug it. TikTok's great. It's entertaining. If something comes up that's negative or something that I feel is controversial, I can swipe right past it, right? For some reason, it's an engaging platform, the way that it's architected. Um, so there's that. Twitter right now has been a cesspool of negativity, and so has Facebook. And, I know that to be an entrepreneur, I need to play in these markets a little bit, and I'm on a lot. But I'm really, really thinking about dialing it way back on the Twitter and Facebook side. LinkedIn has been phenomenal. So, and I'll throw this out there: if you're on LinkedIn and we're not connected yet, we need to connect. And don't be surprised when you get a meeting invite from me, because I send a meeting invitation to everybody I connect with on LinkedIn, right? And regardless of what they are, right? One was a beautician, one was a hairstylist. Uh, one lady asked me why I wanted to connect with her. Did I think she was a prostitute? No. I ask everybody for a 15-minute meeting. Now, out of all the people that only 1 to 2% actually say, yeah, I'll take the meeting, right? But that 1 to 2% that I connect with to get the meeting, those become relationships. Those become people that, I'm not going to forget who they are because we had a conversation. And I've met some really, really cool people that way. So if we're not already connected on LinkedIn, hit that button. We'll get connected. And then, like I said, don't be surprised. You'll get a meeting invite, and then we can talk voice to voice right over the phone. I like to see how I can add value to people. Maybe you've got a project that, you need shared with a few extra thousand eyes, right? Maybe you've got a book you're going to release. Maybe you're a public speaker and you want to announce your platform. And then, in some cases, there are times where financially it does benefit me. I've been asked to quote, building websites for people. There's just been all kinds of opportunities to see, well, how can we mutually add value to each other? And those calls are really, really cool. For instance, met with a guy, his name was Matt, owns a race series, a desert race series. And I want to be able to take the kids down to testing and let my kids, get inside a super truck, right? How awesome is that? How many 12 and 15-year-old kids get to sit in a super truck and like jump over a sand dune? Not many, right? So those are the types of things, those life experiences that come out. And to me, there's not a dollar amount that fixes that, right? That's just a thing. So if you're on the list, pay attention for the newsletter coming out next week. Like I said, there'll be some new products, I don't want to say product, that sounds weird, but new content that I'll be putting out for you guys. And I want to make sure that you get access to that. And then if you're not on the newsletter, go to the homepage at Mañana No Mas and sign up for the newsletter right through the Academy link. And what else we got? Oh, Tuesday at 3:00. I'll be doing level 4 of the 5 levels of leadership through John Maxwell. And I did the Zoom call on Tuesday, and people jumped on the call, and I was excited because people jumped on the call. I thought, well, this is going to get interactive. This is going to be fantastic. And then they basically called me a big, fat, bald, white cracker and laughed. And I ended up turning the call off, right? Because I was like, okay, I've been hacked. Not hacked. It's not really hacked, right? I put the invitation on my website. Somebody clicked it. But you got to wonder about people that think that that's productive. So I turned it off and I turned it back on a private channel. I finished the content. So that means there was no interactivity, right? Now it becomes a book review instead of a mastermind. But those replays, it's important to me. The first step in leadership is to show up. And I told people what I was going to do. And I made sure I was a man of my word and I got it done. And then those videos get edited down and put into the Academy as a lesson, right? And so you always have the opportunity to go back and see the replay. I also just put out a webinar on how to make these websites. So you see me playing a lot on the internet, making, membership websites, learning websites, e-commerce websites, all kinds of stuff. I'm playing in all kinds of markets with this. I love the products that I'm playing with right now. But I decided, hey, everyone's asking me how I do this, especially during the COVID crisis. Nobody seemed to know how to get online. So I made a webinar that shows people how to get online. And it's been pretty cool. So I decided to make the webinar part of the Mañana no Mas Academy. And you'll see that in the newsletter next week. So have yourselves a great day. I am going to hop on a Hayabusa and ride a few wheelies and end up in Paris building a garage for a friend. So I'll be off grid this afternoon, but I'll be checking messages here when I get back. Have yourself a good one. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.